The Monza paddock buzzed with excitement, a palpable energy coursing through the air as teams and fans alike prepared for another thrilling race weekend. A new face had arrived, one that many had been eagerly anticipating. Franco Colapinto, a name whispered among motorsport circles, was now officially a Williams Racing Formula One driver, stepping into the limelight with a sense of purpose. This wasn't just another driver signing, it was a significant moment for both the team and the sport. It was a moment etched in history, marking Colapinto as the 55th driver to join the legendary Williams team, a team with a storied past and a hopeful future. The weight of the legacy wasn't lost on the young Argentinian, who understood the significance of the opportunity before him. He carried the hopes of a team searching for its former glory and a nation yearning for a hero on motorsport's biggest stage, a mantle he was ready to embrace. Colapinto's journey to this point was anything but ordinary, filled with challenges and triumphs that shaped him into the driver he is today. He had taken a leap of faith at just 14, leaving his native Argentina for the competitive battlegrounds of European karting, a decision that would define his career. Spain became his proving ground, a crucible where raw talent was forged into racing steel, honing his skills against some of the best young drivers in the world. He rose through the ranks, each victory fueling his ambition and solidifying his reputation as a formidable competitor. His talent couldn't be ignored, catching the eye of scouts and teams who saw his potential. The Williams Driver Academy beckoned, offering him a chance to hone his skills under the watchful eyes of one of Formula One's most iconic teams, a dream come true for any aspiring driver. His time in the academy was marked by dedication and raw speed, qualities that set him apart from his peers. He impressed Williams with his work ethic and his ability to adapt quickly to new cars and challenging circuits, proving his worth time and again. But even with his undeniable talent, nothing could have prepared him for how quickly his fate would change, thrusting him into the spotlight. Logan Sargeant, Williams' struggling driver, was out. Colapinto was in, a decision that sent shockwaves through the paddock. He was ready to prove himself, not just to Williams but to the entire Formula One world, determined to make his mark and seize this incredible opportunity. The Spanish sun beat down on the karting track, casting long shadows and creating a shimmering heat haze. The air crackled with anticipation as the crowd buzzed with excitement, their eyes glued to the track. Amongst the throng of young hopefuls, a lanky teenager from Argentina prepared to race, his heart pounding with a mix of nerves and determination. This was Franco Colapinto's battleground, his proving ground, where every race was a test of his skill and resolve. He had left the familiarity of his homeland, drawn by the allure of Formula One and the irresistible pull of speed, knowing that his journey would be fraught with challenges. He knew that to compete with the best, he had to race against the best, pushing himself to the limits in every competition. Spain, with its rich motorsport heritage, offered that opportunity, a chance to race on some of the most challenging tracks. Karting was more than just a stepping stone for Colapinto. It was an education, a crucible where his raw talent was forged into skill. It was where he learned the art of racecraft, the delicate dance between aggression and precision, a balance that would define his racing style. He honed his reflexes, mastering the art of late braking and finding the perfect racing line, skills that would be crucial in his ascent through the ranks. Victories came, not easily, but through sheer determination and an unquenchable thirst for improvement, each win a testament to his hard work. He caught the eye of scouts, turning heads with his natural speed and race awareness, his potential becoming increasingly evident. His name began to circulate in paddocks across Europe, whispered among those who recognized his burgeoning talent. Joining the Williams Driver Academy was a dream come true, a pivotal moment in his career that opened doors to new opportunity. It offered him access to state-of-the-art facilities, world-class engineers, and the opportunity to learn from some of the best drivers in the world, an invaluable experience. He immersed himself in the world of Formula One, devouring data, studying telemetry, and spending countless hours refining his skills in the simulator, each session bringing him closer to his goal. He was on a mission, and nothing would deter him from achieving his dream, his eyes firmly set on the ultimate prize. The hum of the simulator filled the air, The room was dark, illuminated only by the glow of the screens. Franco Colapinto gripped the steering wheel, his focus absolute. He wasn't at Monza, not physically, but his mind raced through the iconic Italian circuit's high-speed curves and challenging chicanes. This was his domain, his virtual training ground, where he honed his skills and prepared for the day he would finally get behind the wheel of a Formula One car. Simulators have become an indispensable tool for modern racing drivers. They offer a safe and controlled environment to push cars to their limits, to learn new tracks, and to develop race strategies. Colapinto embraced this technology, recognizing its importance in bridging the gap between virtual racing and the real deal. He spent countless hours refining his braking points, perfecting his lines, and familiarizing himself with the intricacies of the Williams FW46. The transition from simulator to track wasn't always seamless. The G-forces, the vibrations, the sheer sensory overload of driving a Formula One car at speed were unlike anything he had experienced before, yet Colapinto's simulator work paid dividends. Monza would be the true test, the moment when the virtual world collided with reality. The roar of the Monza crowd was deafening. The grandstands, a sea of passionate Italian fans, pulsed with anticipation. For Franco Colapinto, strapped into the cockpit of his Williams FW46, this was the moment he had been working towards his entire life. The lights went out and he was thrust into the cauldron of Formula One, racing at one of the most demanding circuits on the calendar. Monza is a temple of speed, a high-speed roller coaster where bravery and precision are paramount. It's a track that punishes mistakes, a place where drivers are pushed to their absolute limits. For a rookie, it's a daunting challenge, a baptism by fire. Colapinto, however, was unfazed. He had prepared meticulously, spending hours in the simulator, studying data and learning from his more experienced teammate, Alex Albon. He made mistakes, as all rookies do, but he also showed flashes of brilliance. Monza was just the beginning, the first chapter in what promises to be a long and successful Formula One career. He was ready to write his own chapter in the history books of Formula One. The media scrum was relentless, buzzing with excitement. Microphones were thrust in his face, questions fired at him from all angles, non-stop. Franco Colapinto, fresh from his Formula One debut, was the undeniable center of attention. The comparisons to Lionel Messi, Argentina's most famous sporting son, were inevitable and frequent. Both had achieved success at a young age, both carried the hopes of a nation on their shoulders, inspiring millions. But Colapinto, while flattered, was quick to downplay the lofty comparisons. Messi is on another level, he said with a humble smile. He's a global icon, a once-in-a-generation talent, truly unparalleled. I'm just trying to make my own way in motorsport, carving my own path. He understood the weight of expectation, the hopes of a nation desperate for a new sporting hero to emerge. He embraced the pressure, using it as fuel to drive him forward, never backing down. But he also remained grounded, acutely aware that he still had much to prove in his career. He handled the media scrutiny with a grace and maturity that belied his years, and impressing everyone. He was engaging, thoughtful, and always willing to answer questions honestly and openly. He was Franco Colapinto, and he was here to make his own mark on the world of motorsport. The world of Formula One is often painted as cutthroat, a ruthless arena where drivers fight tooth and nail for every inch of tarmac. The stakes are incredibly high and the pressure to perform is relentless. While the competition is undoubtedly fierce, there's also a deep respect among the drivers, a shared understanding of the sacrifices made and the challenges faced on their journey to the top. This mutual respect is a cornerstone of the sport, often overlooked by the casual observer. This camaraderie was evident in the relationship between Franco Colapinto and Logan Sargeant, the driver he replaced at Williams. Their bond was forged through years of competing against each other, both on and off the track. Their paths had crossed before in the junior categories, where they had battled wheel to wheel, pushing each other to their limits. These early encounters laid the foundation for a mutual respect that would carry into their professional careers. They knew each other's strengths, respected each other's abilities, and understood the pressures of competing at such a high level. This understanding created a unique bond, one that transcended the fierce rivalry on the track. When Colapinto received the call to replace Sargeant, it was a bittersweet moment. The opportunity was a dream come true, but it came at the expense of a fellow competitor and friend. He was excited for the opportunity, but also acutely aware of the disappointment Sargeant must have been feeling. The emotional complexity of the situation was not lost on him. "Logan is a great driver," Colapinto said. "His talent and dedication are undeniable, and his journey to Formula One is a testament to his hard work and perseverance. He worked incredibly hard to get to Formula One, and I have no doubt that he has a bright future ahead of him. His potential is immense, and his story is far from over." He reached out to Sargeant, offering his support and acknowledging the difficult situation. This gesture was a testament to the respect and camaraderie that exists even in the most competitive environments. Their journeys had taken different paths, but their shared experiences created a bond of respect between them. This bond is a reminder that despite the fierce competition, there is a human side to the sport. Colapinto's success wasn't a reflection of Sargeant's failures, but rather a testament to the unpredictable nature of motorsport. In the end, it's the respect and sportsmanship that define the true spirit of Formula One. The opportunity had presented itself unexpectedly, but Franco Colapinto wasn't about to let it slip through his fingers. He knew that second chances in Formula One were rare, that he had to grab this opportunity with both hands and prove that he belonged among the elite. His determination was palpable, his focus laser-sharp. He was on a mission to make the most of every single lap, every single corner, every single second behind the wheel of the Williams FW46. He immersed himself in the team, working tirelessly with his engineers, studying data, and learning everything he could about the car and the intricacies of Formula One strategy. He spent countless hours in the simulator, honing his skills and refining his racecraft. He embraced the pressure, using it as fuel to push himself harder, to extract every ounce of performance from himself and the machine. "This is my dream," he said with a steely glint in his eye. "I've been working towards this my entire life, and I'm not going to waste it." His dedication was evident in everything he did. He was the first one in the garage in the morning and the last one to leave at night. He was Franco Colapinto, and he was here to stay.